Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to do the weekly tarot forecast from Aries all the way through Pisces. It'll be this week's energy, but just remember that energy is malleable, so it's going to resonate in different timelines for everybody. But yes, welcome guys. Say hey to me. I'll chat with you for a moment before we get started. Hey Amy, what's up? The energy's been really intense lately. I think for the collective. Um, so I'm right there with you guys, and unfortunately, I've had to block some people and defriend some people in my personal life because of differences of opinion. Which usually, as an Aquarius, I'm pretty good at being able to see all perspectives, but when I start feeling like that people are looking for more of a conflict than a friendship, that's when I have to cut them off. So I had a couple YouTube followers that I had to block, which makes me sad. And I don't wish ill on them. I wish them well. It's just I refuse to have a connection that all it's about is like battle of the wits. As opposed to just respectfully respecting someone else's opinion. Um, so that's kind of the energy I've been dealing with. All right, but I know that I'm not alone in that because I'm, watching social media and I'm watching people go up and down in the energy and then up and down, and it's like one extreme or the other extreme. And that Aries conjunction hit me hard and just fired me up. And let me tell you, there's only a few things that can really put me in a certain space. And that is anything to deal with children's safeties, healthcare workers, any like humanitarian causes. If I feel really strongly about it, it's the few places in my life where I cannot be neutral. you know? Thank you for the $4.99, Amy. Appreciate it, girl. Like, there's certain things in my life that I cannot be neutral on. And let me tell you, one of the things I've been working on for like the past decade, which is really hard to do, is to be more in the neutral energy. Understanding that other people's opinions, if in conflict with mine, still matter, and that I shouldn't take personal offense to anything that's not in alignment with me, because that kind of defeats the purpose. And it's one of the things that I've been trying to focus on. But also, I'm human and I'm an Aquarius, and there's a couple things that are dear to my heart that I'm telling you, you will see my ugly side if you push that. And unfortunately, some people have pushed me and they got the part of Aquarius that can be quite ugly, can be quite blunt, can be quite to the point, and I don't have time for arguments, so I choose not to go into a battle. I will just block you, ghost you, and then we will never talk again, and that's fine. And I know that's terrible. That's my shadow self talking, but that's truly how I'm going to handle it moving forward. So not so much on this page, but on my other page, yes. But that's what I've been dealing with. So, I know that I'm not like alone in this energy. So if you're feeling irritated, take a break from social media, take a break from feeling the need to be heard. Understand at the end of the day that we're all connected, we're all soulful beings, and regardless of each other's opinions, we have an obligation to keep all of us grounded and safe. But yeah, I literally had to go that far with it, and that kind of makes me sad, but what you gonna do? But yeah, oh, you're an Aquarius too. Yeah, I felt the push, y'all. And I don't usually go, like, you know how people on Facebook, they like post like every 5 seconds. I don't know how these people, like, I don't know if they don't have jobs or they literally just sit on Facebook and they post and they post. It's like every 10 minutes they post something. Everybody knows someone like that. Some of you might be someone like that, but I don't typically do that. Okay. I like to post, regularly here and there, and I almost never ever post about politics or like strong controversial opinions. But yesterday I got so tired of hearing the same people over and over and over again post their agenda and their political stance that I couldn't help it. So yesterday I decided to give them a dose of their own medicine, and I posted like as many things as I could find on honoring healthcare workers and honoring humanity and what it truly means to do your own research versus Google research, which is not the same. And I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and it was purposeful. I did it on purpose because I feel like if they get to be loud and shove their opinion down my throat every day, then someone on the other side needs to return that favor. So I did. And I know, like, my family was looking at my Facebook like, what's wrong with Dana? Because I don't typically do stuff like that. But I just, like, I think there's power in being neutral, and emotionally mature people, we tend to stay neutral. That's why you don't hear emotionally mature people going off at the mouth all the time, posting their every thought, because I know that I don't need my thoughts and beliefs to be heard by everyone or even agreed with for them to be true to me. So I don't feel the need to put all that energy out there and waste it. But at the same time, we're being too quiet. We're being too neutral, and these other opinions are getting louder and louder and louder. And so at this point, I feel like all my emotionally mature sisters and brothers, it's time for us to say we have a voice too. And it's not to be disrespectful to anyone, but at the same time, we have to be just as loud, especially given the time we're living in right now. And so that was another reason why I chose to do that yesterday. So if you follow my personal Facebook and you were like, what happened with Dana today? She never posts like 15 things publicly. That's why I got tired of it. That Aries energy kicked in. I got an opinion too. You want me to be as loud with my opinion? Then there you go. But I'm not going to continue to do that. But yesterday, I just wanted to set an example. I'm totally back to my normal self today. I put all my stuff private again because I don't need to continue to do it. It's a waste of energy. First of all, they're only ever going to see what they want to see and believe what they want to believe. So I don't feel the need to continue to make my point, but I made my point yesterday. And if you follow my Facebook, then you saw it. Then you saw. So, hey, Joe. Thanks for the $10. Appreciate you. Joe says you're a low-key genius. Thank you. I saw somebody else gave me money. Hey, Jean. Thank you for the $24.99. I love you too, girl. Thank you for the support. So, I'm kind of ashamed that I let myself get pushed there, but at the same time, I'm not. Because, you know what? I just got tired of it. I just got tired of it. I got tired of people putting their political standpoints, their social agendas, and money before the human race, which has always been an issue since the beginning of time, is putting that social agenda before humanity and the earth. And here we are again, history repeating itself, and it's become all about politics somehow. And I just had to voice my opinion yesterday. And I actually felt better. Like I got it all out, and now I'm done. I lost a couple friends. That's okay. You know, not everybody's for you. I'm not worried about it. Thank you for the $3, girl. Man, y'all be so good to me today. Thank you. But if you're feeling that, hey, I'm right there with you. I'm feeling it too. And I will never, ever stop speaking up for humanity as long as I am alive. That will always be a trigger point for me. And when we lose sight of the human that has nothing to do with the politics, then I'm an Aquarius. I'm always going to speak out against that, you know? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're 10 minutes in. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We're going to go Aries through Pisces, and I have Pisces, FYI, I have Pisces and Capricorn done. I did those this morning, so your mid-months will be up today. I started a new vlog series. If you don't know what a vlog is, it's a video log about each zodiac sign. So I did one on Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, and Pisces so far. But I'll do them on all 12 zodiac signs. Just a little tidbit about my personal experience with each zodiac sign, as I've had all 12 in my life at some point or another. And let me know if you guys like those. So I've been trying to toy around with other types of, I don't know, zodiac fun stuff to do other than the traditional reads. So let me know what you think of those. And also, if you don't like the zodiac sign that I am doing a video on, don't leave your comments below, okay? Because I'm going to delete them. I did a video about Pisces and Sagittarius, and people that have been hurt by that zodiac sign, man, they're relentless in the comments. Not every Pisces and Sagittarius is like that. I'm sorry the one you dealt with was cruel to you, but that doesn't mean they're all like that. So stop typecasting, guys. Stop typecasting. And enjoy the videos. All right, so let's start with Aries. I'm going to use a traditional deck today because I'm feeling it. I don't see any of my moderators in here. I just noticed that. Hey, Misha. I might have to make someone a moderator. Oh. Does anybody mind moderating for me? Let me know. That's unusual. I have quite a few moderators. Not one of them is in here. Does anybody want to offer to moderate for me? That'd be super cool. I'll let you think about it. Okay. Let's get started with Aries. Overall energy. All right, Aries. Aries, you have the 9th house here of seeking. Okay, so this is what's being highlighted for you this upcoming week. It's all about higher education, your faith structure, your belief structure, your spiritual quest, religion. It is kind of taking a look at things that you have, I don't know, more research to do on, so to speak. You know, some of you may be really feeling a pull towards those topics in particular this week, and or learning something new, or like kind of out of the box thinking here is what I'm picking up. But let's see where this is headed for you, Aries. You have the 8 of Wands here, the Page of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So there's definite communication here, you know, conversations to be had, a possible new connection within friendship or relationship here. You're gaining enlightenment. This is all positive energy. It's movement forward. It is like seeing things from a different perspective. Like I said, you may be seeing a connection from a different perspective after receiving like information or a higher level message about that connection or the situation here. So let's see. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Wands. And Judgment. So, Aries, there's love here. There is communication in the love relationship sector here, okay, or movement forward. I feel like there's still a bit of a defensive energy here. So there's a little bit of emotional immaturity or defensiveness. It's like there's one side of you that wants to fully be vulnerable and give your genuine emotion out and say how you feel. And then there's this other part of you that's a little bit like cautious of that, a little bit guarded with that. And or like if you're dealing with another person, one person wants to like literally express everything they feel plus some, and the other person, that could be you or them, is more closed off to that. Like, yeah, I don't really want that. Or one person wants love, the other one wants just friendship. Ooh, somebody might be getting put in the friend zone. Or one is a very emotional, mature response, and the other one is a bit immature, emotionally speaking. And it's like putting a pause here to gain another perspective so that you can make a decision. And what is the decision about? The decision's about a relationship, a commitment. Whew, this is all about love this week for you, Aries, which should be a nice distraction from everything else that we have going on. Because this is all about relationships. This is all about love, and your friendship connections, commitments, making decisions here after a period of thinking things over. Some of you may want to be released from a commitment or a relationship, but actually the energy is saying there's something more to be learned here, or there's something more to be taken away from that situation before that can happen. And it's all about emotional maturity, which is so crazy because right before I started this reading, I kind of went on a rant about what? Emotional maturity and expressing yourself in a way that is respectful but truthful. In a way that is not defensive and does not invite combative energy back. Some of you are learning how to do that as part of like your spiritual purpose, and that falls in alignment with Aries in general, about learning to disagree with tact, not to just, because Aries y'all be quick on that comeback, which is a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. But this connection is pulling that out of you, okay? And it doesn't even have to be an intimate person. Like I said, it could be a platonic relationship in your life, but it'll resonate differently for each of you. Some of you are really evaluating whether you even believe in committed partnerships anymore or not. Like you could have had a connection in your life that had so much karma attached to it that it literally changed your belief system in relationships. Interesting. So I have Taurus energy here and Pisces, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag. Thank you for the $4.99. Appreciate ya. Oh, you know what? I never got a moderator. I was hoping one of my moderators would come in, but I still don't have one. Did somebody volunteer to be one for me, please? Just for today. I won't hold you to it, but if you could. I think I had some volunteers. Let me see. Hold on one second. All right. Who wants to be a moderator? Sorry. Regina said she would. I don't see Regina. Amy Cohen? Did you want to be a moderator? Sorry, guys. Oh. Okay, cool. Now, if I could figure out how to make you one, that would be super awesome. But I keep clicking and nothing's happening. Hello. Thank you, Amy. Sorry, maybe I'll try to do it here. Can I do it here? Add moderator. Okay, great. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate you. And Regina, you will too. Thank you. Sorry, just for today, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's go to Taurus. Taurus. So Taurus, the energy here is semi-sextile, which is about seeing the potentials in life. You know, it's a very encouraging type of energy. It kind of reminds me of the Seven of Pentacles, you know, and planting your seeds and being patient and seeing things come to fruition that, you know, you may have put into place a long time ago for some of you, because it is about cycles and growth and how you respond to that. So let's see what that's pertaining to. We have the Page of Wands. Okay. Queen of Pentacles here. So I like, Taurus, that you're showing up in the reading Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female. To me, this representation of Queen of Pentacles in this deck always reminds me of Taurus. But it's like ready for new beginnings, you know, to plant your seeds. Like I said, some of you literally may be like gardening or doing things outside and helping you stay connected with Mother Earth. Okay, and as an earth sign, as an earth element, that would be a great way to ground and replenish your energy, okay? But it's kind of about like the day-to-day and the practical and staying grounded. Ooh, there's a Seven of Swords here, though, so what's that about? Now, this just got interesting. So you have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Wands. So, Taurus, here you are in the energy I just spoke about, trying to focus on the day-to-day, right? And then over here, there is, I feel like either in your romantic life or like a friendship, there is love being given, but it's either dishonest or it's being covered up. Or there's some sort of facade, and it has to deal with either water or fire, I feel. What in the world is this? Okay, so I'm going to say the obvious, and this is not everyone, but some of you are distracted while someone else is giving love offers to someone else, and or you might be doing that while someone else is distracted. Okay, that's not all of you, but that's going to be for some of you. Yeah, King of Swords, the Sun. Whoo, Taurus, this is complex. So there's a few different messages here. Not all of them are going to resonate with you. For some of you, you're really thinking about where your happiness is, you know, where you want to get more creative, where you want to put your time and energy, and, you know, not really wanting to give or open up to fake love. That's what I heard, fake love. You know, others of you, you have deception going on, and you may not even be aware of it. Well, you are now if you're watching this, but all I can hear in my head is that stupid Drake song. They got love for me. There is like emotions being shared, or someone's looking at someone else's profile, or something like that is going on the down low. And if you were to approach that situation right now, I feel like you would be shut down. It would be a flat out, straight faced, bold faced lie. And or if you're the one doing this and you are confronted with that truth, you would straight up lie. Or keep a very stone face. What the heck? This cannot be for every Taurus. So I'm actually going to pull some different cards because that's the only storyline I'm getting. So if you're in a situation where there's likely 3 people, maybe more, and there's lies going on and someone's giving their affection while the other one ain't paying attention, and when confronted with that, it's like they don't even think twice. They pretend like that things are good, things are happy with them, but underneath it all, there is deception here. What's up with that, Taurus? I'm actually going to pull a second. I'm going to pull a second spread for you real quick, because I know that cannot be all of you, but that was a very strong message and that's what came out. So some of you for sure. So let's see, the Tauruses that are not dealing with that. 2 of Wands. King of Swords. There's that King of Swords again. The 7 of Pentacles. All right. So, Taurus, if that first reading didn't resonate with you, this one might. For some of you, it could be both that resonate with you. There is a sense of needing to make some decisions here, okay? And really think about where you want to invest your time and energy. Again, like the 7 of Pentacles energy is here, which is trying to be patient in the energy, or needing to be patient, needing to use your logic instead of your emotional self this week, in order to make the appropriate decisions here, okay? You know, even if you were in the first spread, it's all about focusing on your own growth, you know, recognizing your own cycles and where you need to improve, where you don't. Then you have the devil. Goodness. I got the same storyline out again. The devil, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Star card, the Three of Cups. Here's that third party again. All right, so a third party doesn't always mean cheating, but some of you have other people influencing your energy this week. Just, sorry, regardless of your situation. There's some of you are really not wanting to let go of an issue that hurt you or something that made you feel less than or restricted, and you're kind of stuck on it. You know, but there is healing coming. There's an opportunity to get the support that you've been looking for, and equal give and take here. But somebody's got to get out of their own way. And what's in the way, whether it's you or the person you're dealing with, is self-limiting beliefs, a sense of self-righteousness, toxic behavior or addictions, codependencies. Like, there's a lot to be dealt with here before any type of healing can take place, because it's going to require inner growth. And, you know, for those of you that were in the first spread that have a third party, some of y'all want to reconcile with one of the people in the third party, but there's so much toxic energy here and karmic energy here, it's not going to allow for it. Or it won't be sustainable. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Could be definitely dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Could be Aquarius in particular. Could be another Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo. All right. That's interesting. Gemini. Gemini. So Gemini, you have the 9th house out, which is all about seeking. Aries also had this card. You could be connecting with that sign this week. But this is highlighting, again, your faith, your beliefs, your spiritual quest, your religion, you know, all being highlighted. And usually when things like our customs and our traditions and our faiths are being brought to the surface to be looked at, it's because we have a deeper spiritual lesson here going on. And so it doesn't surprise me that that energy is coming out for more than one zodiac sign. Because if we aren't seeking our inner truth at this point in time, I don't think we'll ever get there. Okay, so it's a good time to really dig inside and see what that means for you. Okay, some of you you really want to travel. Maybe making travel plans, things like that. You just want out of the house for some of you. You know, you're seeking like a thrill, okay? And and that could be good, could be bad, you know, depending what kind of thrill seeking you're looking for. But it's almost like I want to feel alive. Like some of you just want to, you know, just want to feel that heart race or something. I don't know, you know. I don't think Gemini's an adrenaline junkie zodiac sign. Aries probably is more, or Sagittarius, but you certainly can be. You know, you can like that energy to some degree or another, especially if you have Sagittarius in your chart. So then you have the 6 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. So Gemini, this is getting attention. This is getting a stable foundation. This is working on yourself. You know, you're creating now what will be your concrete foundation for your belief systems in the future, but also for like career and family and money, all of that hard work that you've been putting into that sector of your life, I feel like you get the return on investment, so to speak. You know, this is like you riding your high horse this week. I don't know. You look pretty good to me. So let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. 6 of Wands. The 4 of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. So, yes, Gemini, you're standing strong and firm in, you know, what you believe in this week. Okay, and if that gets you attention, even if it's negative attention, you're going to view it as positive attention, because at the end of the day, attention is attention. But now, the attention around you and the energy or defensiveness, you know, some of you feel the need to defend your opinion, but I would encourage you to let go of that need. You know, you don't need other people to believe what you believe in order for it to be true for you. That only creates resistance, okay? And go back to the beginning of my video where I talked about that, because I'm a Gemini rising, so I got sucked into that as well this week. But there's another opportunity here there's for some of you a career opportunity, for others of you an opportunity to build on yourself and your foundational systems. Some of you a relationship connection that has a lot of commitment potential here that you may be very protective of. Could also be the case here. But I feel like you're seeking new, okay? And you're standing firm in that, you know? Like you want to celebrate life. You want to feel secure, but also you have no problem protecting what's yours so that you can continue to grow. Okay. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. If you are dealing with the fixed sign, you have their attention. You don't trust them, but you have their attention. That's just for a few of you. But I also have Sagittarius energy here. Lots of Earth. Capricorn, Virgo, and Aries. Yes. Okay. Cancer. Cancer. So Cancer, you have the first house of self here being highlighted. All right, so this is all about your physical body, your outlook, your self-image, life, philosophy, your opinions. It is a self-awareness, okay, and all being highlighted during this time frame, you know. Yeah. So what is this in relation to? You have the Hanged Man, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups. So if you think about the first house of self and you tried to relate it to a tarot card, I would say the Nine of Pentacles would be the closest card to highlighting self, right? Because this energy, Cancer, is all about gaining a new perspective on yourself, your self-worth, your independence, looking at any codependent behaviors or connections that you have in your life, and taking the emotionally mature approach as being really, really highlighted for you. It is also recognizing that your self-awareness and how emotionally you affect other people is kind of bounced back to you. At least it will be this week. So that hence why you want to take the more emotionally mature approach, you know. Let's see. Yeah. So watch out for any conflict this upcoming week, Cancer, because this is how you're showing up, the King of Cups, but it's also paired with the Five of Swords, which is wanting to be right at any cost, even if it costs you a relationship, which, you know, that could go one of two ways, right? If it's worth it to you, then whatever. But I feel like anytime I see the Five of Swords, it is a lose-lose situation, you know, where nobody really feels like they won, so to speak. So, you know, if there's someone in your life that is creating conflict, or that you feel sucked into like drama or conflict with, or you're doing that for someone else, one, it's coming from a place of a lack of self-awareness. It could be coming from a place of like old hurts, like you could be triggering someone without even knowing that you're triggering them, or they could be doing that to you. Like someone here is just like living their life, being themselves, and someone is taking it personally and getting triggered by this person's doing them, you know, being them, being themselves, you know. And so make sure, if that's you, that you are not, I guess, placing that much value on another person that it could create this emotional chaos here. Okay? And or vice versa. Like I said, somebody could have placed, like they could really value your opinion or something, or value, they want you to see things the way that they see them, and like everything you do, they're taking personally. They're, you know, taking it as an invite to be challenging towards you, and you're just trying to, you know, go to work, do your thing, live your life. You know, or they are. So honestly, if you're a Cancer male, I feel like you're the one being emotionally triggered. If you're a Cancer female, I feel like you're the one doing your own thing and it is emotionally triggering someone else. But take it as it resonates. Like if I was titling this reading, it would be emotionally triggering. You know, but it all begins with you and it ends with you. So you can choose to let this affect you, or you can choose not to let this affect you. That's where your free will comes in. Okay? Because you always have a choice in how you let things affect you and to what degree and what your response is going to be. It's all about that self-control this week. All right? So could be dealing with another water sign: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And then I have Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Hold on a second. So got a troll in here. Sorry about that. I had to report someone. Hey, Carmen. Oh, you made it. I was feeling a little lost because Shaylee and you were in here. So I made Amy Cohen, she offered to moderate just for today. Thank you, Amy. She's doing a great job. But yeah, I didn't have any of my moderators in here. I was like missing you guys. Where were you? But I know you got lives. You got things to do. But thank you to anyone who offers to moderate. Amy and Regina kind of stepped in. So we're going to Leo now. So thank you for coming, Carmen. Yeah, I had to kick them out. Amy, if like they're being perverted like that, you have to report them so that they can't continue to post. But girl, I appreciate any help. Thank you. Okay, Leo. Leo, you have the 5th house of passion here. Okay, wait, let me think. It's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Yes, this is the house that you rule, right? This is a performance, entertainment, creativity, love affairs, passion, pleasure, humor, all being highlighted this week. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's like a playful energy. It is a passionate energy, but to me, it's more of like a playful vibe. So that could be highlighted for you. Romance and love could be highlighted for you this week. That could be where the focus is, but we'll see. This is the Page of Cups here. The Empress. 2 of Wands. So, self-confidence is looking good this week. Leo, especially if you're a female. But it could be male or female. This is like, there's new connections here. For some of you, or a possible reconnection here within love. But I just feel like there is this sense of building up your confidence this week. You know, if you were stuck at a crossroads, or was like trying to make decisions about your future, I think you're coming to those conclusions this week. And moving forward on that energy. So I do want to see what the Page of Cups is, because sometimes the Page of Cups can be kind of an emotional, immature vibe, and I don't know if that's coming from you or someone else. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So Leo, yeah, first of all, divine timing is here this week with the Wheel of Fortune. Karmically speaking, it's now time to open up a little bit more to new connections, okay? Friendships for some of you, social networking, things like that. I feel like your confidence levels are looking good this week. You know, you're trying to be patient in the energy. And this is an energy of like, if it comes to me, it comes to me, but I'm not going to chase after it, okay? So, sorry, hold on, Leo. Do I still have? Is he still in here? Oh, just ignore him. Who cares? But Leo, yeah, it's this, sorry, Leo. It's a sense of like, yeah, it can come to me. I'm not going to go to it, you know, or, you know, yeah. Now, towards the end of the week, there's some decisions needing to be made here, and it needs to come from a place of logic and not from a place of love or passion, which can be hard for you to do because you like to be driven by your heart chakra. But I feel like, you know, some of you have important decisions to make as it pertains to like career or home, something to do about like the next steps, where you want to take the next steps. I just feel like this very stern, it's not negative. It is just like this, it's almost kind of like a very stubborn approach this week where, I don't know, you're not going to be taken advantage of. Do you know what I'm saying? And if someone is trying to offer you any sort of like surface level apologies or love or connections, it's like it's not going to be enough. Not this week. You know, because you're after passion. You're after like a love affair, like a freaking storybook. Like you don't want, what is this, like a friend zone or like, you know, someone who lacks the things that I just spoke about, or a connection that lacks that for you, you know? And I feel like you're being patient in the energy, but you are deciding about what you're going to do next. Okay. And you're going to come at it from a place of logic. If you're dealing, there's a small group of you that are dealing with a connection where the passion has died and like the connection isn't strong enough to sustain it anymore. And you're getting ready to move on from that, but just not quite yet. But you have completely emotionally detached yourself from the outcome or the situation or the person. Like you don't really care to put your time and energy into it or work on things. That's a small group of you, and I feel like that's more geared towards Leo females. But yeah, either way, you know, you're looking for passion, you know. And it's not that you're going to be, I don't know, without emotion, but you're not going to let emotion rule the roost. You know what I'm saying? And if you have an emotionally immature person in your environment, you're going to be quite the bitch to them. I hate to say. Like you're, I don't know. Be careful not to like set Leo off this week, you know, or some of you may have someone like that in your environment. Interesting energy. So I have water here: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and air: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I have 362 in here. Yay! But I only have 100 likes. What the heck? If you guys can just click out and give me a like-sees real quick, that would be cool. I'll appreciate very much. Are you working on a painting? Cool. I need to paint. That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I'm on spring break right now, which means nothing when you're in social isolation. It essentially means there's nothing different about today than yesterday. But I've been trying to make each day kind of like a vacation. So the other day I sat in my hot tub and pretended I was at the beach. And then took my kids fishing yesterday to the little pond by my house and drove around in my golf cart and pretended that I was like on a safari. I don't know. I've been getting pretty creative with how to spend my time during this social isolation. If you can trick your mind into thinking you're on vacation, then you're basically there. That's what I think. But painting, that's a good idea. I should paint. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, you have the moon here, Pisces energy for some of you. It's all about feelings, intuition, nurturing, gut instincts, comfort, digestion, home, family, okay? It also talks about privacy and dealing with your emotions privately, okay? It also talks about self-soothing behaviors, which we all do to some degree or another, like our favorite blanket, or our favorite book, or our favorite show, our favorite drinky drink, you know. We all have different ways that we self-soothe, but for some reason that's being highlighted for you this upcoming week. So let's see what that's about. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands flew out over there. And the Moon again. Well, I think that if you've been suppressing any emotions, you're going to have to deal with them this week. And that could be what the self-soothing is about, okay? And that doesn't have to be a negative thing unless you perceive it as negative. You know, this is getting in touch with your feelings and getting in touch with your passions. I feel like some of you have been kind of in a lack mentality or maybe a bit of shadow work here, you know, where it's like the Five of Pentacles is like feeling isolated, but kind of self-isolation. Duh, look at the circumstances we're in. But it also speaks about feeling alone when you're not alone, not feeling heard, not feeling like you have enough, you know, all of those shadow statements, you know, are impacting the way that you feel. And this energy is encouraging you to kind of pull your head out of your butt, so to speak, or to focus more on what brings you passion, on what brings you pleasure, okay? And to also not suppress emotions, okay? To truly feel and express those emotions this upcoming week. You may be a bit emotional, okay? And Virgo, low-key, you're one of the most emotional zodiac signs of the 12. In fact, I'm getting ready to make a video on Virgo either today or tomorrow, but you know, water signs get this big rap for being really emotional beings, but Virgo is very in tune, you know, with their more feminine energy than their masculine energy. Even if they are the manliest man you ever met, they still seem to have soft emotional hearts. So you know, but you don't always like to show that side of you. But I think this week you're going to feel compelled to show that side, you know, to be that more emotional being. And it may make you want to self-isolate or like privately, you know, experience that or not show that. And honestly, I was trying to get more cards to see what this is about, but that's it. There's no cards coming out. Like, I think it's a lot of self-work here. Oh, I finally got a few out. Yeah, so if there's been emotional confusion here, you know, a feeling of left out, I think that, or a feeling of wanting to isolate, that energy is you're gonna snap out of that, so to speak, this week. And then it's going to be like, okay, your creative pursuits are going to be heightened. It's going to be wanting to take action. And then it kind of goes back into an emotional space, but a more balanced emotional space than you have been in the past. So I think that you know, they say like emotional and spiritual evolution is like a staircase. You know, you kind of come back to the same thing over and over again, but you change as you develop through that. And that's kind of like what this energy is about, is like the spiritual staircase, if that makes sense to you. If you're dealing specifically with like a fire sign, or I see water here, I feel like there's some emotional confusion around that situation. Somebody is emotionally detached or feeling left out here. There may be a re-spark in that, or they may want to re-spark the flame with you. Okay, but there's a lot of underlying emotions that need to be discussed before there can be an equal exchange here. Okay, or what's missing in the dynamic is an equal exchange of emotions. Okay. So I have a lot of Pisces energy here, but it can be Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, and for some of you, another Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So. Yes. Libra. I'm going to take a quick water break and read some of your chats. If you're in here, say hello. Say hello to me. What happened today? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Thank you, Regina, for helping. Do I look sad today? I'm not sad. You know, well, if you want to know why my energy is the way that it is, then go to the beginning of the video because I talked about it. I think I just, yeah, disappointed is the word. I'm disappointed in a few key people today, and kind of disappointed in society in general with how they're handling things. But if that's the energy that you're picking up on, then yeah, you're right. It does suck the life out of you. But otherwise, I'm feeling fine. I wouldn't say I'm sad, because I'm not. But I am drained, yes. Lavender, yes. I'm probably going to take a bath later. And relax, you know. I do need a hug, actually. Send me a virtual hug, Michelle. Sorry, I needed a drink. Okay. Libra. Oh, Libra, I can't read all of those. Get back in there. Libra. Libra, you have Scorpio energy here. You could have that somewhere in your chart or be dealing with one. And or it's just the energy being highlighted. So this is about transformations. It's a very intense type of vibe. It can be very secretive energy, but it also talks about deep, internal changes. You know, so you may feel that going on an emotional level. Okay, it can be kind of a mysterious energy, even if it's your own energy, you know, like emotions so deep that you don't even understand them, things like that, you know. So let's see what this is about. You have the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords. Oh, the Magician, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. So, Libra, if there has been any back and forth, not dealing with that this week, you know, there is an emotional detachment here and emotionally moving forward, kind of turning your back on that energy because you're wanting to manifest things that you can control, you know, put your focus on things you can control. And if there's been an elusive, like mysterious energy or person in your life, you're not paying that no attention, none. Because you're looking for clarity, you're looking for equal give and take. You're more concerned about the truth. Be careful because this can also be like self-righteous, but you know, it's almost like if I had to give a title to the energy that I'm seeing here, it would be like the pursuit of the truth, or you know, like the pursuit of your truth. Something like that. So it's like if you're dealing with a connection, like another person, it's being of two separate minds, you know. The person that you're connecting with, they're on a different page, at least this week, than you, okay? But it could be after a period of emotional distancing or detachment that then things come into fruition, but in a much more balanced way. There's clarity coming either way. And I think at this point, it's like we're going to get on the same page or we're never going to get on that page. You know what I'm saying? Or like we ain't even in the same book, you know? And Libra, when I did your mid-April reading, you had a very stern approach to whoever it was you were dealing with. It was just like, you know, what? Who wrote the book on love? I don't know why that popped into my mind right now, but it's like, who wrote the book on love? I don't know what that means. Is that a song? Who wrote the book on love? I don't know. You're going to write your own damn book. You know what I'm saying? I got feisty energy for you in your reading I posted like 2 days ago, and I feel it again. Like, I'll write my own damn book. Who made you the expert? Or like, who decided what love is, or who decided what, you know, the truth is? That's such an interesting and message to get. But yeah. The good news is there's clarity here. You have all the tools that you need in order to bring things into fruition. There is a more balanced energy, okay? So if things have been imbalanced or flighty or hard to put your finger on in the past, those become more stable this week. Yeah. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I had to kick someone out again. For some reason, I knew that I was going to get a lot of trolls today, but I pissed a few people off that were YouTube followers. And so some of them share, you know, whatever. Do what you got to do. You know. Okay, so yes, that was Libra. Do what you gotta do. Aw, I have a bunch of birds out my window. They're like this big. They're really little. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. The birds really like my my roof. Like they like to sit outside of my windows. Okay, Scorpio. 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 Scorpio, you have the sun here, which is highlighting your heart chakra. Okay, so this is about self-awareness. This is about your energy, your life force, your spirit, masculinity as well. It can be somewhat of a childish energy, though, and a very ego-driven energy, so you're going to want to be cautious of that this upcoming week. But also a very self-sufficient energy. Now, most people think that Scorpio is a masculine sign, but actually Scorpio is a feminine sign, whether you're male or female. Because you are more ruled by emotions and moods and intuition. Now, what's being highlighted for you this week is a masculine energy. So that's kind of out of your element, so to speak. And I know I'm going to have some Scorpio dudes watch this because all Scorpio dudes think they're like the most masculine of all the masculines. But underneath that big old ego, Scorpio men, you are low-key the most emotional, sensitive signs that I have ever come in contact with. So save your comments. We all know. Whatever. But this week, and there's nothing wrong with that sensitive, emotional space, right? That's what makes you a Scorpio. But this week in particular is more about the masculine features of your zodiac sign, because even though you're ruled by a more feminine energy, you do have all of us have a mixture of feminine and masculine. So like I said, this is going to be encouraging that self-sufficient part of yourself, okay? And ego, your ego, which ego is not always negative. We have to have an ego to function in the human race, right? It would be impossible. Our ego is our human self. But if there's an overexpression of it, or you get so into the ego you lose sight of the fact that you're a soul as well, that's when it becomes toxic. So that's something also to be aware of this upcoming week. So Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles here. This is almost identical to Cancer's reading. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. I just happened to notice they had the same cards, but or you could have that in your chart. And then here you are, Scorpio, showing up in your own reading. So Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Death card, which is you. So Scorpio, there may be some new connections coming through for you this week, or a new opportunity to connect with like minds. It could be, this is like a very surface level connection. So it could be like friendships or social networking or things to deal with that. There's a heavy focus on finances in particular, but it can be the home environment and needing to put some time and attention within that part of your life. And I got the word mother. Some of you, your mother may be highlighted this week, or father, or like a parental figure. I don't know why. I'll come back to that, but yeah. And then here you are. So you are going through changes, but your changes are more on a self-awareness level. Recognizing, like I said, your ego self versus your spiritual self. This is an interesting reading. Let's see. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. The Strength card. So Scorpio, there's a sense of wanting to be independent, free to do what you want, free to be who you want, be self-sufficient. I don't know how many times I can say that. Self-sufficient, self-sufficient, self-sufficient. That's been like your mantra for like the past 3-4 months. I swear it's come up in every reading. You know, either you're being encouraged to be more self-sufficient, or you are working towards that. That means having your own money, being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. You don't want to be tied down. You don't want to be in codependent connections anymore. You want to hone in more on the masculine energy than your natural feminine energy for whatever reason this week. It's like the everyday ho-hum, obligations, things like that may have you feeling burdened or overwhelmed this week, or just too much, you know. I feel like there's a really strong energy here. And some of you, it's a heavy emphasis on Leo energy because you have Leo twice here. But like I said, it could be any zodiac sign because I have Scorpio and I have Cancer had almost the same cards, and Pisces and Virgo. What is the Strength card? Woo! That shot out real fast. 9 of Cups. So, I just got the song, I'm Sexy and I Know It. I'm sexy and I know it. Your energy is really intense this week. Really strong, okay? You want the satisfaction of having satisfaction. Some of you want the satisfaction of being right. Some of you want the satisfaction of being the stronger person. Yeah. It's almost like wanting to be acknowledged for how much you've overcome. But if you want to be acknowledged, acknowledge yourself, because self-acknowledgement is key. Self-love, right? What is this? It's kind of, it can be, okay, so it can be kind of a smug energy, so be careful with that. Some of you are feeling emotionally satisfied, yes, in love, particularly Leo. But it could be any zodiac sign. There's just a really strong ass connection here, and I don't care what zodiac sign it is because it's a general reading. And there is emotional satisfaction here, but there's also some like ego, some game playing, or I don't know, one person trying to be stronger willed than the other person, which if Scorpio, you are dealing with a Leo, Leo's a fixed energy. They're a fixed sign, just like you. So they are not going to back down same way you aren't, you know, both strong energies. And that goes for Taurus and Aquarius as well, also fixed energies that you could be connecting to. But if it's a battle of wills, that's going to get really heavy before it gets lighter. But there is emotional satisfaction here. The Ace of Cups, there's love, there's strength, there's feeling that, you know, getting that satisfaction. That's, I can't get away from that word. So it's like the week, you start off the week almost being like in this very independent energy, self-sufficient energy. I don't need anybody. I could do it all. And then it kind of gets heavy, you get a little bit overwhelmed. And then the strong connection comes through. Or like your total shift. Your shift of self-sufficiency is about to shift onto a very important connection in your life. So if you had been doing everything but focusing on like the love aspect of your life, that's going to completely shift by the end of this week going into next week. It's all about that heart chakra, you know? Thank you for the $9.99. Everything, Shireen. Appreciate you, girl. I got 400 in the chat. That's what's up. Give me a thumbs up. And I just got a ringing in my ears. All right, so Scorpio, you could be dealing with Leo. I got heavy Leo energy. But it could be another Scorpio. It could be a Capricorn or a Virgo or a Taurus or Pisces. Cancer as well. Yeah. But it can be any zodiac sign. You know, I had somebody comment, they're like, well, I hate when you name off all 10 zodiac signs, because then how do I know who it is? You know good and damn well when you're watching a reading who it is who it's in reference to. You don't need me to tell you the zodiac sign. If you're watching a reading and everything is like, yes, yes, oh my God, yes, then don't worry about the zodiac signs. Honestly, in a general reading, it's kind of useless, but I do it because you guys asked me to. You like it. But then don't complain when I don't narrow it down to just one, right? Because it's for more than just you. Thank you for the 1999, Elizabeth. Dang. Y'all are awesome today. Thank you. Appreciate. Rant over. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have Scorpio here. Not surprising because I've seen that link for like ever now. Some of you are on the cusp, have that in your chart, or might be dealing with one. Libra got this card as well. So it's all about, like I said, transformations, changes, passion. It can be a very secretive, very obsessive energy. It can be destructive. But it can also be deep and eternal and a very intimate energy, okay? So then you have the Emperor. Whoa. The Magician, the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, and Justice. So this was like 3 million cards, and I wanted just a few. But Sagittarius, I'm going to tell you, you know, you have someone here that loves control, that is in their masculine energy right now. It might be manipulative. It's not the best of energy. This is not all of you. But there is some of you, it's a Scorpio, and honest to God, let me just go into those of you dealing with a Scorpio, because it's so freaking obvious. It's basically the same exact message that Scorpio just got, because this energy is highlighting what? Self-sufficiency, the ability to manifest, the more masculine versus the feminine. So for those of you strictly dealing with Scorpio, let me get to you first, and then I'll get to the rest of you. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they want control over the situation, okay? And they don't have a problem manipulating what they need to manipulate in order to be able to do that. Because your independence or self-sufficiency is intimidating to this personality here, okay? But at the same time, they want to invest their time and energy. They want justice in the situation. Your intuition's on fire in regards to that. You know, and you're trying to either look away or ignore, or you're reading between the lines as well. This person reads between the lines an immense amount, everything you say, everything you do, they calculate in their brain, you know. And that came up in your reading that I posted yesterday. But at the core of this, at the foundation of this, there is balance here. It's slow to change. This connection is slow as molasses as far as like the transformation that's happening. But there is change happening here. And there is an energy of someone wanting to offer like growth, or maybe put their time and energy into it and have justice here. That's Scorpio. Or yes, that's Sagittarius if you're dealing specifically with a Scorpio. Now feel free to interchange that. Could be vice versa. For the rest of you that are not dealing with Scorpio, okay, the second group of you, you're in this energy, Sagittarius, where you're being a little bit stubborn. Okay, by little I mean a lot. Like you want to be in control of things. you know, call the shots. And your energy is very masculinated this week, you know, all about self-sufficiencies, and you're not going to be lied to. You're not going, like, you're going to see right through everything and everyone and everybody. You might be very blunt this week. You're making progress though, and getting more balance over that energy, you know, working on some of you things that bring you joy, as far as like it comes to like crafts and the earth and working with your hands in particular, will be helpful to channel the energy this week. Definitely getting more in tune with your spiritual self by doing so, and gaining more balance, okay, on all levels. So, hey Shaylee, you made it. Missed you, girl. I was lost without you guys. So, yes, could be dealing with Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Thank you, Elizabeth. All of a sudden, I got a huge headache. I don't know why. My energy is a little low today. I got 442 in here. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming. I got a lot of new people following me. I hit 60,000 like a week or two ago, and then I'm already up to, I'm almost to 65 now. So thank you, guys. Thank you for sharing and caring. All right, Capricorn. You stayed up late playing Mario? Okay, I also have the original Mario Brothers. I have the original Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3. I don't care. I am a kid at heart. I can play Super Mario 3 all night long and just totally veg out my mind. So I'm right there with you, Shaylee. I have no judgment. Hey, David. Thank you for the $20. Appreciate you. Yeah. So, okay. Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the ascendant out, which is about your worldview, mission statements, the way you express yourself, your attitude, your outer self, your body image, all being highlighted this week. And I kind of got the same energy when I did your mid-month, which will be out today. Capricorn, I just did it this morning. So, and that's also why I feel really drained. I don't usually do readings before I go live, but I had to get them out. So this is a lot. Like doing readings and then coming on here and doing all 12 zodiac signs is a lot. But I do it for you. So Capricorn, thank you for the $5, David. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Alban. Ali. Alban. I'm not sure. Thank you, guys. Okay, so yes, sorry, Capricorn, back to you. It's all about, yeah, your mission statement and your point of view. You may feel very drawn to give your point of view this week, and it's in the collective energy. We're all getting to that point where it's like, well, let me tell you what I think, you know? But it's all about your approach, right? So just keep that into consideration when expressing yourself this upcoming week. Otherwise, I feel like there is support here. There's people that want to support you, but you're walking away from that. Like, I feel like there's something about like your social connection or your social network here, or someone within that network that you're rejecting, that you're walking away from this week, okay? Ooh, because they may not share the same point of view that you do, or vice versa. Like someone that you felt close to or was within your bubble, they may disagree with your point of view and choose to walk away and be a bit childish about it. So let's see what that's about. Thank you for the $5, Gabrielle. Glad they were on point. Dang, you guys are good to me today. What's up with this? Okay. It's weird because here's like the Three of Cups is like a reconciliation energy or coming together, and directly following it is a walking away. Some of you are coming together just to walk away again, you know. Some of you are coming together just to reject again or to be rejected or something like that. So let me see. Yeah, there's like a back and forth energy here. Two of Swords, yeah. All right, so I don't know how else to put this, so I'm going to be very blunt with you. Some of you want the satisfaction of ghosting someone, blocking them, and walking away from them. Like y'all coming together just to let them watch your ass leave, you know? Or someone wants to come together with you only to walk away. You know, there's a smugness here. And this card showed up in Scorpio's reading as well. Could be that, but could be that zodiac sign, but it could be any zodiac sign. But it's like you kind of go back and forth about this person. You know, should you keep them in your life? Should you not keep them in your life? Should they be in your connection? Should they not be in your connection? You kind of have the same point of view, but you don't have the same point of view. And then there's like, to me, when I get the Nine of Cups with the Eight of Cups, this is like being emotionally satisfied that you left somebody out in the cold. Like, or like being like, I'm the one that's right, you know, let me punish you by not hearing you, you know, rejecting you, closing you out, ghosting you, blocking you. It's all very emotionally immature energy. But at the same time, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, you know. So I'm not judging whoever this is, but at the same time, there's probably a better way to handle it than that. Okay. So, sorry, somebody else. Thank you for the $20, Jennifer. Appreciate you, girl. So, I don't know how else to say that. You know, if somebody behaves like this because you have a different point of view, do you really want them in your life? You know, if that's their attitude, is that healthy? Maybe you need to ask yourself those questions. You know, vice versa. If you're doing this to someone else and like here today, gone tomorrow, or like it's my point of view or the highway, or like you get attitude and instead of talking about it, you just close off and, you know, don't want to talk, don't want to express emotion, then this person is questioning, like, is this connection worth that? Because I don't really know if I want to put up with that. You know, whether it's, okay, so like you could flip it around if you want, but somebody don't want to damn hear it. You know, they know what they know, and that's what they know, and nobody's going to tell them otherwise, and they will not listen to anything else. Or you know what you know, you walked away, you're happy you walked away, you don't care what this person has to say, you don't care if they want to reconcile, you just la 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 la. Yeah. Thank you, Carmen, from Shay and you. You guys don't have to give me super chats. You're my moderators. You do. It's so good. You are already too good to me. But thank you. Thank you for everyone who's given a super chat. But Carmen and Shaylee, you girls know we don't need that. All right. So could be dealing with, like I said, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, lots of water. But can be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I really need my hot tub today, guys. A little bit of lavender and some tea. My energy is like hitting rock bottom right now. I'm dead serious. I feel like when I started the live, I was here, and now I'm like down here. I can feel it leaving my body. I'm gonna need a nap after this. Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the energy of Leo here, and you had the energy of Leo in the reading I just posted like 3 days ago. So you could have that somewhere in your birth chart. You could be dealing with one, or that's just simply the energy that influences you this week. So this is all about passion, your playful side, being more warm. It's kind of flirtatious type of energy. This is the card that came out in your mid-April. So I felt for you, Aquarius, the next few weeks was going to be more about wanting to tap into your lighter side as opposed to your more serious energy. And Aquarius, you have the ability to be one extreme or the other, because Aquarius is somewhat of a contradictory sign, being you're an air sign, but you're also a fixed element. And so I feel like a lot of you have had enough of the serious energy and you're ready to go into a lighter energy. And I think that's where you're going to be placing your attention. Not just this week, I felt it all the way into May, but it's also a very extroverted energy. It can be an egotistical energy, so you're going to want to watch that. You know, there's a difference between pride and ego, right? So be careful with that. Be careful of excessive anything. You know, don't be excessively online. Don't be excessively overindulging. Don't be whatever. You're prone to excess over the next few weeks, so you're going to want to watch that as well. Thank you for the $5, Rachel. Appreciate you. So you have the Ace of Swords here. And then you had 2 cards flip. The Moon and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, here's that defensive energy that I felt. Okay, and I felt that as an Aquarius myself pretty much the past few days. Either receiving defensiveness or giving defensiveness. So you're definitely going to want to pay attention to this, to that energy this upcoming week, okay? But there is clarity here. You know, you are Aquarius, you're going to be extremely blunt, okay? And like I said, again, not to make this about me, but I am an Aquarius, so I'm obviously going to relate to you guys. It's this energy of, like, if you really push Aquarius, and you finally get them to snap, they're going to tear down that ego with every single emotion and thought that they've withheld from you from day one. Period. And some of y'all are getting pushed to that point where you are going to unleash, you know, every truth that you have hidden from this person, you know, or every feeling that you have hidden from that situation, because you feel that push towards that. You know what I'm saying? And it can be a very ugly energy. It could be a very scary energy, because I also think it takes people off guard, because Aquarius is, again, contradictory, a humanitarianistic sign, and often can think outside the box. It surprises people when they see the other part of Aquarius that is very blunt and opinionated. And most Aquarius try to buffer that part of themselves, but every once in a while you're going to get the teeth, okay? And so everything that they withheld telling you when they ghosted you, or when they suppressed those emotions, or they compartmentalized those emotions, there's a reason they didn't tell you, because it would literally tear apart your ego if they said everything that they thought. But I see some of you are going to open that floodgate this week, and all those suppressed emotions are going to come flying out. And what's that going to create for you, Aquarius? Defensiveness. You're going to create defensiveness, either within yourself or the person you're dealing with. You know, you'll create conflict. So while I understand where you're coming from, and I personally went there myself recently, I could tell you what it caused was blocks to go up. Defensiveness on my part and their part. So that's the same energy you're going to get here. But I feel like for a lot of you, you don't really care, you know, because you're done with the situation. So you don't really care about the reaction so much as getting it off your chest. Yeah? So let's see. You have the King of Cups here, the Four of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I can't take those. The Hierophant and Justice. So, I wanted a little bit of clarification and I got a whole lot. Again, your emotional truth. Here it is again. You know, some of you may be getting clarity about a water sign in particular and why they rejected you emotionally or why you rejected them. They may be getting the truth about that. There's some sort of justice being brought to that situation this upcoming week, and that has to deal with, I feel like for a lot of you, a relationship, a commitment, and it's either water or Leo. So that's a side note. But yeah, it's this energy, Aquarius, of emotionally, you're fixated or you're fixed on one idea, one thought, and that's it. And if you had been suppressing that, not going to. If you'd been dealing with someone that has been suppressing, not anymore. You know, because the energy is giving collectively everybody involved in the situation a hard push, right, to express themselves. But then again, when you do that, or when this person does that, it kind of creates defense mechanisms to go up, and it, you know, what you would expect, high emotions, right? But there is balance being brought to the situation. You feel justified in it. It's going to have a ripple effect. Uh-oh. Oh no. Am I back, guys? I lost my live. And I don't remember where it cut off. Let me know when I'm back. Am I back? Can you see me? Okay. Okay, so back to what I was saying, and I don't remember where it cut off. You feel justified in speaking your truth. Point, period, blank. And I feel like, and remember at the beginning of the reading, I said that you were kind of tired of being this very serious energy. And you want to go to your more playful side. Well, I think in order for you to access the lighter energy, you kind of have to get it all off your chest, or that's what you feel. You feel like you just need to blah, you know, and everything you've been holding in, and get that off your chest. And then you feel lighter. Like you don't really care the outcome, because just simply expressing yourself makes you feel lighter. I don't know. Or this person. And if it's someone you're connecting with and there was like suppressed emotions, especially around rejection, especially around rejection, then you're going to get clarity on that as well. Okay, and there will be some justice served here this week. And like I said, I think that's in regards to like a relationship. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I would get cut off in the middle of an epic Aquarius rant. I don't know. Okay, so zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Leo, obviously. Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Let's go to Pisces. Pisces, I did a video about you last week. Not last week, yesterday. On what I love about the sign of Pisces. I have a lot of Pisces friends. They say Pisces and Aquarius don't get along. Maybe that's true in relationships, but in friendships, my Pisces people are my favorite. I guess we're on the same page. Like, we're both like tired of the rat race, Aquarius and Pisces. So we have that in common. But go check that video out. I posted it, and then I had all these comments on it, and I accidentally deleted it when I was uploading another video, and I had to repost it. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, you have Leo energy being highlighted. Could be dealing with that or have that in your chart, or it could just be the influencing vibes. And then the 6th house of your craft. So again, this is all about self-expression, about that playful side, confidence, an extroversion type of energy, but it can be excessive. Again, it can be egotistical, okay? Either you or someone you're dealing with. But also being highlighted is your health and well-being, your diet, your daily rituals. So for some reason, you may need to pay attention to those things this upcoming week. Let's see. 4 of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with Aquarius. They had 2 of the same cards here. 4 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the Magician. So yeah, here's that sense of rejection that I picked up in the reading I just did. Rejection, disappointment. Some of you, you're closed off to other people's point of view right now, or you're closed off to a certain person right now because you're disappointed in what they're placing their time and their value and emotions into, you know? There is the Magician here, which is, I think, relating back to your health and well-being. Some of you may want to look into different like foods to consume, new recipes, things to cook. I don't know why that's being highlighted. Seems kind of like off to the side, right? But it's actually pretty important. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, 7 of Cups. So Pisces, yes. There was a karmic lesson here, Pisces, about rejection. Either how you handle rejection or giving someone else the feeling of rejection. And this stems bigger than like the current person in your life. This stems from things that you picked up in childhood, okay? And I don't know why it's being highlighted during this time, but there's a karmic lesson in regards to that and how you express yourself as well. I think some of you are trying to be patient in the energy, see things from a brighter side, a more optimistic side, you know, focus on what you can control instead of what you can't control. But there's a sort of elusive energy here. And it's all on an emotional level. Specifically, if you're dealing with a Leo, I think there's a lot of emotional confusion and possibly rejection in that scenario. It can be any zodiac sign, but I specifically have Leo. So what is this about? Temperance, self-confidence, and then the High Priestess. So a few different things going on. First of all, rejection is nothing more than God's protection. Point blank, period. Okay, so somewhere along the line, you allowed rejection to affect the way that you feel about your self-confidence. And that lesson is either coming around this upcoming week or has been learned, and you're going into a higher vibration of having more self-confidence and independence to be who you are without needing someone else's approval. That's something that is being worked on like a spiritual plane for you, Pisces. So you may come into interactions, connections, experiences where that is the underlying lesson. To be confident in who you are and be independent in who you are. Okay. I think that you're putting time and energy into things that make you happy this week, and you should. Thank you for the $10, Daisy Wolf. And you should. You know, so I think that that's helping your well-being by doing that, because there is somewhat of, like I said, emotionally, there is still some uncertainty there. There could be someone that manipulates your emotions that you have a spiritual connection with, and it makes you feel like you're being rejected. Or the way you go about things may make this person feel that way. But often when we have a karmic tie, the lesson is for both people, not just one person in the connection. It is for both people. So when you have a karmic connection and the underlying reason for the connection is to overcome things like rejection, both parties are going to go through that, karmically speaking, regardless of which side they're on. And I don't know why that message is here for you. The thing to understand, it's here for you, for your development, for, you know. Yeah. So I think some of you are interested kind of in the spiritual purpose and meaning behind all of this, and you may be doing a research on that to try and clear the confusion. You are at a tarot reading, so I guess that would be step one. But needing to connect with your own intuition as well. Continue to keep your focus on things that make you happy, because you have a lot to be happy for. You've got a lot of things that you're putting your time and energy into, especially around either work, your health, your well-being, your rituals, something like that, that is helping pull along this energy here. Okay. So you could be dealing with Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Yeah. Those are the predominant zodiac signs, but keep in mind it can be any zodiac sign. All right. Either way, I'm wishing you guys the very, very best. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Thank you for those who donated and gave a super chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, Capricorn and Pisces mid-April readings will be up later today, and I'll continue to do the Zodiac vlogs since you guys like those. So check those out. Wishing you the best, guys. Stay safe. Namaste. Bye.